quédate en tu casa, no vaya a la fonda. Ten cuidado que no te infecte el virus corona. Quédate en tu casa, no vaya a la fonda. Ten mucho cuidado que no te afecte el virus corona. Lávate la mano, no te acerques a otra persona. El virus corona no come cuentos cuando te coja. Quédate en la casa, no venga acá. Protege a los otros que sufren más. Si estás bien enfermo, quédate allá. Quédate en tu casa y llama 311. Quédate en tu casa, stay home. No vaya a la fonda.
Felicidades and happy holidays. Hola, soy Aurora, a member of the East Harlem Holiday Tree Committee. For 17 years, we've been lighting up this corner of 106th and 3rd Avenue with a giant 20-foot pine fir. We brought so much joy to the children of the community. We brought presents to the children. We have united with other organizations. And it has been so great, we don't need Rockefeller Center. But this year, everything's changed. COVID has changed our lives. So we cannot gather at that corner, but we will light the tree. You can come and see the tree, socially distanced. You can come and sing around the tree, but we'll be bringing the tree lighting to you, to your homes. Let's go up the block and meet Kathy Benson, the chair of the East Harlem Holiday Tree Committee. Come with me.
Happy holidays. We're here in White Park, where there's a wonderful mural by 3 different artists, Ralph Serrano, Jeremy Vega, and Giannina Gutierrez. It was organized by the Parks Department and curated by Connie Lee, who's president of the Marcus Garvey Park Alliance. Last year, we celebrated our Sweet 16 of the East Harlem Holiday Tree. And this year, we're going to raise our hot chocolate mugs to the 17th annual East Harlem Holiday Tree. The theme for this year is East Harlem, Mosaic of the World, El Barrio, Mosaico del Mundo. And we have a lot of reasons for choosing that theme. 2020 was a very difficult year for many reasons, but what overshadowed it all was COVID-19. And its impact on this neighborhood, this diverse neighborhood of East Harlem, was pretty rough. But we are East Harlem strong. And people stepped up, neighbors, neighborhood organizations stepped up to help out each other, and we are grateful to them all.
This mosaic of El Espíritu, the spirit of East Harlem, by Manny Vega, represents the spirit of giving that we have. And our local artist, Genevieve Andre, is right around the corner from 105th Street in her studio, making up the decorations from recycled materials in East Harlem.
The tree is such a beautiful tradition of East Harlem. Our 17th year doing this. And we all look forward to it. You know, just because of COVID, we can't just stop a tradition. We can't let it mar the legacy that a lot of people have put of work into. This tree is really a light, a beacon of light for a lot of families who come together to celebrate the holidays. Not just one particular religion, not just one particular custom, but all the holidays put together so that we all share in the festivities. Because we all realize that, you know, even through all of this, especially this year, even through all this COVID, we still stand strong as a community. So I'm very honored to be part of that tradition. I'm very honored to be the curator for the tree. And I'm especially honored to be able to use my talents to make the tree a little richer, a little more visible, a little more vibrant for the community. It's kind of like a gift, you know, this is something I give to East Harlem every year because I love to do it. It's from my heart that I make all these ornaments. I love doing this.
But first, let me tell you how the tree tradition started. Back in 2004, the newly formed East Harlem Board of Tourism decided to give the community a giant holiday tree, just like Rockefeller Centers, and chose to put it at Franklin Plaza, 3rd Avenue and 106th Street. After the organization ceased operations, a few of us former members decided to keep the tree tradition alive. And all these years later, we are still doing it. We've had several fiscal sponsors over the years. Union Settlement Association has been our fiscal sponsor for several years now.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a El Barrio, better known as Harlem. My name is Ingrid Sotelo and I work at Union Settlement. I'm their community outreach director here. I was born and raised here in East Harlem. My parents came from Mexico in 1988 and this was the first place that they came to, East Harlem. And so we've been here ever since then. So it's been a wonderful experience for me to come back home. My career has been years in government. I never imagined something like the pandemic happening. I started in January, so just a couple of months right before the pandemic started, and March 16th, I believe it was, we all went into this virtual remote world. And it has changed our lives in so many ways. You know, at first I think like all organizations, it was a bit rocky, you know, trying to stabilize ourselves, trying to figure out the needs of our own staff, you know, technology-wise. But I think we were able to catch on really quickly to continue to serve our community. You know, and then came the needs of our community. Our community has so many needs. It is a low-income community full of immigrant families, and I think that, you know, if they were already struggling before the pandemic, and when the pandemic hit, you can definitely see that our communities are in such dire needs right now. And it comes from, you know, the need of food, the need of technology, just access to a laptop to do work, or access to a phone to communicate with their friends and loved ones, access to internet. And for some of us, you know, those are things that just come so easily, but for our families, they don't. And they rely on organizations like Union Settlement. They rely on our elected officials to help support, you know, get these items for them. And I think that in a community as East Harlem, we have all come together in so many ways, not only here in Union Settlement, but our elected officials, Councilmember Ayala, State Senator Jose Serrano, Assemblymember Robert Rodriguez, all have really come together to help nonprofits, our families. So while it has been challenging, it has been beautiful to work in Union Settlement the last couple of months. It has made me realize why I have, you know, done community engagement for so long, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen within the next coming years. Some may know, some may not know. This is our 125th year here in the community of East Harlem, and you know, it was supposed to be a year of celebration, you know, with our ethnic festival outside in the community, and just different activities that we were planning throughout the months, but unfortunately, you know, we're not able to do it because of the pandemic. But we celebrate every day the achievements of our participants that keep this organization going, and our community most of all, because if it wasn't for our community here in East Harlem, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Right across from Union Settlement, there's this low-income housing. They wanted to call it for someone who has been part of the Puerto Rican community and made us proud. And he lived here for a little while, Yomo Toro, the king of the Cuatro. So I find it really great that now we have buildings named after these icons. And then there's streets all over East Harlem. We got Tito Puente on 110th Street.
Saludos a todos, soy Tito Puente Jr. Everybody speak Tito Puente Jr. Got to give a big shout out to the East Harlem Tree Committee for doing this fantastic and wonderful holiday event. It's unfortunate that we couldn't be all together this year, but however, next year we're going to do a fantastic job in bringing this community together with the East Harlem Tree Committee. I'm so proud to be a part of this. My father was from Barrio, Nueva York. That community means so much to us and our family. So we want to wish you and yours a happy holiday this year. Stay safe, wear your mask, and we'll see you in concert real soon. Que viva Tito Puente! Vaya!
We have Charlie Palmieri Way on 112th Street.
This is Eddie Palmieri, born in East Harlem. 60 East 112th Street, which doesn't exist anymore, the house. The lady used to be called La Moza. But I stood there, I lived there till 5 to 6 years old. Then We moved to the Bronx, but 112th Street is also now known as the Charlie Palmieri Way. I'm just wishing you the best holidays ever. Para el Barrio, for all my friends that live in El Barrio, but all of us to have the best year for the East Harlem Union Settlement. Thank you very much.
We have Joe Cuba on 116th Street, and on 123rd Street, we have Alfredo Chocolate Almentero Way, which I was so proud and honored to help the family do that, because here was this guy who Dizzy Gillespie called the Louis Armstrong of the Afro-Cuban trumpet, a black Cubano, didn't speak a lick of English, but yet he would travel the world, and where would he come back? To East Harlem. And he has a street on 123rd, Chocolate Way. And one artist who was and is from El Barrio was raised here, and we want to talk about diversity and the mosaico. His father was Filipino, his mother was African American, but he hung out tough. He was in gangs, he did all kinds of stuff. He went to St. Cecilia's Church, and he made it as an artist. And his artistry, he identified as both African American and Latino. That's Joe Bataan.
Hi everybody, this is Joe Bataan. That's right, your OG from Spanish Harlem in El Barrio, where I grew up on 104th Street. Yeah, back in the days, I spent many years running back and forth from 96th Street all the way to 125th and back to Central Park. I mean, Barrio was my journey. And I'm thankful to be able to greet you to this day, on this day the Lord has made. A grace, mercy, and peace we wish everybody on these special holidays. Growing up, I'll never forget El Barrio and what it did for me. It taught me how to survive and how to love one another. And though we can't be together in person this year, we still have our music and the arts and the videos, right? The videos that we can share on Zoom. So, without further ado, felicidades, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Continue to impart the goodness that the Creator meant for us to share with each other. God bless you. Adios.
So when COVID hit, it's just affected everything. We haven't been able to do anything. Or we've lost gigs, we've lost presentations. It's been a sad time for many people, and the arts community in particular. But as artists, we have been able to channel not only the sadness, but the hope, because there is hope. And between the projects, the casitas, our artists take over. From the boogaloo on these streets to bomba dances in the casitas, we got this. community has always been here since the early 20s. We had these artists coming in. Rafael Hernandez did the first music store here in 1927. We had poets, we had writers, we had actors, and the artists have always been able to express what we're going through. And one of our committee members, Sandra Rivera, she's a dancer. And there's been so much sadness because of COVID. I myself have had over a dozen people have passed from COVID. And her expression and her dance has to do with that kind of grieving that we do to help us. Here on 111th Street and Lexington Avenue, this is Young Lord's Way. We've had a history of protests, from the first early Puerto Ricans that banded together with Harlem to protest our rights, to get more businesses, Latino-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses here, until the Young Lords who protested for what? The garbage, because there was so much garbage on these streets, and it was so dark. Here we have Miguel Luciano's project of the Young Lords, and the Momentum artists. These were graffiti artists that came here, and they did this wonderful mural behind me of Nicolas Amor, who was not only a gifted artist and painter, she's also a novelist. So she wrote some of the first stories about El Barrio. Nilda, that was one of her books, and many other books that she wrote. Now we're coming up to the Graffiti Hall of Fame. Tax crew. They change it every year. They bring in different graffiti artists from around the world, and they come up with themes. They do this school, it's a wall, and they tag it inside and out. And they make a big statement here. And let's hear from Willie Perdomo.
We used to call it Puerto Rico rain. The rain had just finished saying, "This block is mine." The kind of rain where you could sleep through 2 breakthroughs and still have enough left to belly sing the ambrosial hour. Blood pellets in the dusk and dashes of hail were perfect for finding new stashes, that is to say, visitations were never announced. A broken umbrella handle posed a question by the daycare center. A good time to crush a love on a stoop, to narrate through a window, to find the heartbeat of solitude and collect gallons for the bruja's next baño. Good weather to be in the dialectic of oh wow, ooh baby, oh shit, ooh damn. The perfect weather to master the art of standing under a bodega awning, shifting crisis to profit. There's always a dreamer who thinks they can race the rain to the building, who loves the smell of wet concrete and uses a good downpour to be discreet. There's always one toddler who quietly crawls off the top step, dodges a thunderbolt, and quickly becomes fluent in all things stormy weather. Story goes that Don Julio was swept up, ripped around the corner, stumbled and cartwheeled to the light post, but he never let go of his pork pie hat. An improvised ballet near an improvised rivulet. Shopping bags, pulverized by branches, contort into a nation of black flags. Our block was our island. The manhole on the corner perked with popsicle sticks, empty beer cans, and the brown sole of a fake karate slipper as we started to sink and boil. The forecast, you said, was type perfect.
And we've always had a lot of resistance, as I've been saying, the 20s and then the 60s with the Young Lords, and now today when we have the Black Lives Matter movement, when we have all this protest in the streets, and all of this has happened because of COVID. But we have the explorers, and the explorers also help us with the tree. Let's go see what they're doing and how they're gonna miss being there with us.
Explorers. Sir, yes, sir. Are you motivated? Motivated, motivated, highly motivated, dedicated, dedicated, highly dedicated. You can check us out, you can check us out. Hoorah! 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 Hoorah!
I feel like the Christmas lighting together as one big family and give the less fortunate something to celebrate, something to have. So what a great way then to have police officers and you kids to come and help out, put a smile on the kid's face. That's amazing, right? I like that. So we in a way help brighten somebody's Christmas day. Not all of us have that chance to have a toy, wake up on the 25th and have a toy, open a toy and enjoy it. So for us to be able to be there and celebrate and help those less fortunate, I think that's amazing. And you guys help doing that. I don't really do anything. You guys do it. So I want to say thank you because you guys do an amazing job every time we go there. And it speaks for for itself. Like you guys put your hearts out there every time we go. So don't ever change that part of yourselves. It's always good to give. It's always good to love. And we're one big family. And what a better time to celebrate now that we cannot be with our loved ones because we can't. Due to COVID, it's been a tough year for everybody. And a lot of people have lost loved ones. They're not gonna have the same people they had to celebrate with. So what a better way than to come together and show the 23rd precinct in Harlem that we're still out here for you guys. Even though we cannot be there physically, we're still there virtually with a lot of love, and we're always gonna be here for you guys. So thank you.
I see how you guys are that day. There's so much love in your hearts. I see it. So how do you feel, that this year, we can't be together, but we're going to be together virtually.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what better for them to see your faces, your young faces. They want to see my old face. They want to see my wrinkles. They want to see you guys.
I was on ticket duty, so like every time a kid would come, they would give me the ticket, and then they would go to like whoever else had the presents. So it's like when I grabbed the ticket, like you know how people usually will like go by their day, but then the kids, they actually started a conversation with me.
Really?
Like, they were asking me how old I was and all that stuff. And I asked them like, cause some of them had like little logos, and I was just asking them questions, and they were really kind to me. So I feel like that was my favorite part.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was actually there.
You were there, and?
When the kids saw the police, they were actually scared. I actually had a kid come across me. He was really scared. He was holding on to his mom, but after he approached me, I handed him the toy. I saw a bright smile on his face. It actually was really heart-touching because he was scared. I took a picture with him that night, and we were playing hide-and-go-seek.
Really? That's awesome. That is awesome.
That touched my heart.
COVID has affected everything, not only the artists, but especially the businesses here in East Harlem. Many of them had to shut down. Many of them are struggling. And again, many of them, like I said before, East Harlem, this is where our frontline workers are coming from. And it's been really hard for many of these businesses. But we hang in there. Some of them are doing all kinds of creative things in order to be able to stay alive, in order to be able to serve the people. And some of them we will probably never see again. But we keep it going. When we keep on going, we're Barrio tough. We have to be. One of our restaurants, La Fonda Boricua, was actually at the center of the pandemic. They were the distribution center to get all the food out to the community from the World Health Kitchen of Jose Andres. So that was huge. That was huge for us, and many people, especially professionals. We talk about how East Harlem is having these food issues, but what's really going on is that people lost jobs, and many professionals who would have never been on a food line had to be on a food line. And many people, it's been an experience in humility for many of us, but it's also been an experience in unity. And that's been really the good of all of this, how we've united to help each other. So the lines at La Fonda for food, the food lines went all around the corner. And they put these stops here so that people would know to keep 6 feet apart. So the lines it was impressive. Impressive how people were lining up to get food, to survive.
Felicidades, bienvenidos a la Fonda Boricua. Pues nosotros hemos estado aquí en la comunidad sirviendo comida puertorriqueña ya casi 25 años conmigo. Bueno, nosotros se nos acercaron la gente de World Track Kitchen, que nos hicieron a nosotros el centro de distribución principal aquí en todo East Harlem, ahora fuimos nosotros. Ahora, el proceso fue loco, intenso, de emergencia. Básicamente logramos reconectarnos con muchas agencias de la comunidad para poder distribuir todas esas comidas, más de 6,000 diarias, ¿no? Y pudimos conectar también a otros restaurantes locales y muchos de nosotros sobrevivimos gracias a esa participación, que era un pedacito así de economía, pero lo demás era simplemente distribuyendo y haciendo el trabajo prácticamente de voluntarios. Una de las cosas sobre esta organización es que ellos no es nada más venir y repartir sandwichitos ni cositas así, sino que en una semana cada comida era diferente, ¿no? O sea, que teníamos que ver qué productos habían disponibles en el mercado durante una pandemia donde estaban los vacíos, los supermercados, los distribuidores, o sea, los precios por el cielo, porque se interrumpió la importación de productos también. Y la otra es que tenía que tener un balance de proteínas, de vegetales, y se sentían como que habían comido algo que llega a su corazón, no solamente a su estómago, ¿no? Había una diversidad de la población, que no era que fuéramos todos boricuas, porque la comunidad del barrio implica otros grupos, ¿no? De orientales hasta afroamericanos, todo el mundo, ¿no? ¿Sabes? Las líneas, yo veía gente que yo los conozco de años, que eran profesionales, se quedaron sin trabajo, todo lo demás. Son gente que hasta se sentían a veces mal, que nunca se habían visto en una situación de ir a recoger comida. Había que ser bien sensitivo culturalmente también para que pudieran y se sintieran motivados para venir sin ninguna vergüenza, porque cuando hay una crisis, y hay que bregar con lo que hay que bregar, ¿no? Y nosotros nos sentimos muy orgullosos, de verdad, de haber participado en todo ese proceso, porque fue bien significativo para ellos y para nosotros también. Fue una tremenda experiencia.
Good afternoon, everybody. Buenas tardes, muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Melina Gonzalez. We have been here in the community for over 60 years. And today I'm here with you to share our food pantry. We have seen over 300 to 400 clients in one day. These families are here to get food for their families. Síganme, les voy a enseñar cómo está nuestro food pantry. Nuestros clientes están formados, tienen cita. Our clients have an appointment and they're going to receive food in our food pantry. Our food pantry survives with the help of our volunteers who are actually preparing the bags. Aquí es donde tenemos algunas de las cosas que proveemos a las familias, desde pasta, dry beans, cereal. La necesidad es grande.
¿Pueden hacer uno, por favor?
Estos son más miembros de nuestra comunidad que vienen a ayudarnos a empaquetar desde las 8:30 de la mañana hasta las 6 de la tarde para asegurarse que todas las familias reciban comida. En este food pantry teníamos 350 bolsas que hicimos ayer. Como ven, no hay nada y son solamente que las 2 de la tarde. We're trying to be diverse with our food, providing different kind of ethnicity foods. Today we give tortillas, we have give green plantains. Las bolsas tienen carne molida, ground beef, milk, pasta, oatmeal. Please Feel free to come if you or your family is struggling with food insecurities. You're not alone. We're here with you. We are located at 115th Street between 1st and 2nd. I want to thank everyone who has donated food for our food pantry and wish them happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Felicidades a todos los que han donado comida para nuestro food pantry y nos han ayudado nuestros voluntarios. We cannot be together personally, physically, but we can be together in our heart.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Nocenti, Executive Director of Union Settlement, and I'm delighted to join you here for the 17th Annual East Harlem Holiday Tree Lighting Ceremony. Union Settlement's been in East Harlem since 1895, serving young children, young adults, adults and seniors, and everyone in between. We're proud to be part of the mosaic that is East Harlem. I'm very delighted to be joined by other elected officials and really want to thank the wonderful choir from Amber Charter School. It's been a tough year, and it's too bad that we can't be together in person on 106th Street, but we're doing it virtually this year, and then hopefully next year we'll be back on the street watching this tree get lit on its own. Thank you very much for being here, and happy holidays.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays!
The all-volunteer East Harlem Holiday Tree Committee has worked really, really hard this year. The tree would not have been possible without the support of many, many people. Special thanks to Councilmember Diana Ayala for her very generous support, and to all the organizations, businesses, and individuals who stepped up in this year when times are really hard. I raised my cup of hot chocolate to all of them and to the 17th Annual East Harlem Holiday Tree.
Last year and this year, we've been getting our trees from Greg Walsh, the tree guy. And he's got a little message for us. And I gotta tell you, he's been so generous. He had 10 trees that he donated. And Union Settlement has been getting the families most in need to donate those trees to them. So I wanna give a big shout out to Greg Walsh. Here he is.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! My good friend Greg of Greg's Trees provided the East Harlem Holiday Tree. He also donated 10 trees to the East Harlem community, and he asked me to come here and say Merry, Merry Christmas to all you lovely people. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, stay safe, and be well.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Councilmember Diana Ayala. Felicidades and happy holidays to you all. I know that it's been 17 years of following this beautiful tradition of lighting the Christmas tree on 106th and 3rd. And I know that you're all as disappointed as I am that we're not able to have that this year. But thanks to technology, we're able to do that virtually. And I thank you all for tuning in and supporting the Tree Lighting Committee, who's worked really hard to make sure that this event continued to happen this year despite everything. So again, thank you for coming, and I wish you a beautiful, safe, and healthy holiday season. Bye.
Hi, I'm Gail Brewer, Manhattan Borough President, and I want to say good evening, and in a year with a lot of darkness, but a lot of hope also. The East Harlem Holiday Tree is just what we need, particularly in this wonderful community. Even virtually, we can all share in the joy and the brilliance of this community tradition. It's a beacon of normalcy and hope. May this tree light our way as we build a brighter future. Happy holidays to everyone in East Harlem.
Happy holidays and felicidades. My name is State Senator Brian Benjamin, and I'm honored to be here with you virtually to celebrate the 17th East Harlem Holiday Tree Lighting. It is important that we do this virtually this year because you know what? We need to protect ourselves. We need to protect each other. So please wear a mask. Please stay safe. And you know, we're all standing here together, whether you are a firefighter, whether you are a business owner, whether you are a teacher, all members of the East Harlem community, we're standing together to say this is about celebrating, but celebrating safely. So be safe, you have my support, and I'm glad that we're here. Wear a mask.
Hi, this is State Senator Jose M. Serrano, and I'd like to thank you for inviting me to today's celebration for the East Harlem tree lighting. Usually we'd be in person, but COVID-19 changes that, and we're doing things virtually. But I don't think it changes or diminishes the celebration that we have in our community for the holiday season. This year's theme, the mosaic of the world, I think is very fitting when you consider what a diverse and wonderful place East Harlem is, always welcoming. So I'd like to thank all of the folks who made this happen, all of the folks at the East Harlem Tree Committee, all of my wonderful colleagues in government, wishing everyone a great and safe holiday season.
Hello, East Harlem. I'm your Assembly Member, Robert Rodriguez, and I want to wish you and your family a joyous and Merry Christmas. This Christmas tree represents the hopes, the aspirations, love, and care we have for each other, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to share its beautiful lighting ceremony with you. And may it be a reminder of our strength and courage and resiliency during this holiday season. So again, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm Controller Scott Stringer. I'm thrilled to be here to celebrate the East Harlem tree lighting. It's more important than ever that we continue the traditions, rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations that define our communities, though they will look and feel a little different during the pandemic. I applaud the East Harlem Tree Lighting Committee for their tremendous creativity and effort in producing this virtual celebration in these trying times. It's a testament to your mission and commitment to community. Hopefully next year we will be together in person. Have a joyous holiday season, be safe, and to better times ahead for New York City.
Hello neighbors, my name is Nilsa Rama and I'm the chair of Manhattan Community Board 11. Community Board 11 is made up of 50 individuals working on behalf of the community. During this time, CB11 meets remotely via Zoom meetings to ensure that we are addressing local issues and concerns. CB11 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the East Harlem Holiday Tree Lighting Ceremony. Since 2004, the East Harlem Holiday Tree Committee has ensured that East Harlem had its own magnificent tree for all to admire. This year, the celebration of the 17th annual holiday tree lighting is more important than ever as we continue to battle the pandemic. During this holiday season, please adhere to recommended safety precautions. Wear a mask, practice social distancing to stop the spread. Happy holidays to all. Stay well until we see each other again.
Greetings and happy holidays. My name is Eddie Gibbs and I am the district leader here in East Harlem, the 68th Assembly. For the past 17 years, we in East Harlem have gathered together at the corner of 106th Street and 3rd Avenue to celebrate the holidays with our very own tree lighting ceremony. This year, things will be a little bit different due to COVID-19. However, we will not let COVID stop us. We are still going to celebrate, and you all are able to join us from the safety and comfort of your own home virtually. Some of us will gather just to continue to bring you the cheers and the joyous holiday spirit with face masks and social distancing. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, and from my family to your family, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. I am here in Washington, D.C., but my heart is with you in East Harlem, wishing you a Merry Christmas and with prayers to God that next year we're all able to light this tree together in person.
Saludos a todos. I'm Blair Duncan, President and CEO of the Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone, and I'm delighted to be here for the 17th anniversary of the East Harlem Holiday Tree Lighting Ceremony. This has been a difficult year for all of us, and UMass has had to adapt and innovate the way that we help small businesses and cultural organizations which have had their business operations disrupted by COVID-19. UMass is a nonprofit economic development corporation that seeks to improve the well-being of residents in East Harlem, Washington Heights and Inwood, and Harlem. And we do that by making small business loans, like the one we did to Pequeñas, a daycare center in East Harlem, making workforce opportunity investments, as well as transformative real estate construction loans. We also make cultural investments and have partnered with the Lower Manhattan Cultural Council to assist artists and arts organizations like La Casa de la Herencia Cultural Puerto Ricana, Los Pleneros de la 21, and Barrio Independent Productions Frenzy Fest. We're hoping for a promising 2021. Gracias y Feliz Navidad.
Happy holidays, everyone. My name is Curtis Archer, and I'm president of Harlem Community Development Corporation. I'm honored that we have been invited to continue our participation in the annual holiday tree lighting ceremony. I want to say thanks to the various fiscal sponsors, including Union Settlement Association, who have enabled this event to continue. In this time of the pandemic, it is so vitally important that we engage one another and show that life can continue with some normalcy. And now more than ever, bring the community together and have this 17th annual East Harlem Holiday Lighting Event. This year's theme is East Harlem, Mosaic of the World, because COVID-19 has had a devastating impact on the health of its residents and the small businesses of this community. With the strength and the resiliency of its people, organizations, and businesses, I am hopeful that 2021 will see East Harlem rebound and be even more culturally vibrant and prosperous. Once again, everybody, happy holidays and stay safe.
Hey everybody, this is David Blumenfeld from the East River Plaza family. Community is very important in these difficult and trying times. And we know that happiness and joy during these times is very important. And that's why we are so delighted that we get to be part of the East Harlem tree lighting ceremony. We hope that this event brings you some joy, some laughter, some fun in this holiday season. And most importantly, we want to wish all of you a very happy holiday, safety, health, happiness in the year to come and beyond. Thank you again. We'll see you all soon.
Thank you for being our friends, neighbors, and clients. From our family to yours, happy holidays. Muchas gracias por ser nuestros amigos, clientes y vecinos. Nuestra familia, a las suyas, todos les decimos happy holidays.
Jingle bells.